If I ask my mom right now, like XYZ, XYZ, I'm like, I don't know, nigga. It was at night.
Nah, it doesn't stop. Like we're only 17 days into this, so he's got to get used to it. I mean, Ronan ain't going nowhere. I mean, man, but what a break was this to go on break? Because my God,
he got a dance named after him, bro. This nigga's impactful for real. He do, and died doing what he loved to do. He died performing on stage. Kendrick Lamar might be, without a shadow of a doubt,
let's hear it,
the greatest rapper of all time.
Oh my God. It could literally be Jesus Christ will make an album and he makes a song like Drake is going to hell. He can make a song and he'd be like, what does Jesus know? You don't have the best-selling tour of all time if you're Baby Keem. I'm sorry. Like, that many people don't come just for Baby Keem.
You think the Candy Lady gonna be at the Super Bowl, nigga? Yeah, like, what you think happening for real?
The casual fans that are going to go are the ones rich enough to afford Super Bowl tickets. Those are expensive.
The nigga make the birds, bruh. I'm not really here to debate with anybody who don't appreciate the birds. This is a win for the culture. I don't know what y'all niggas want. And furthermore,
I can tell you what they want, Chris. They just don't want him to go up there and do not like us in front of the fucking world. Yeah.
He's back. He's back rapping like he's never rapped before.
Yeah.
But he has not had a moment that fucking number is real. And I don't think enough people talk about that.
What? We're here though.
At all.
We're here.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Yeah, live on live in effect.
They just catch me saying that I'm not lubricated.
Yep, they did now.
Oh well, fuck. All right, it's been a while, y'all. Well, a while for us. Y'all just got an episode. The other day with Coach Tev. Y'all go check that out if y'all haven't checked. But it's your host with the most, Chris Minor, a.k.a. Dino Spumoni, extra cheese and pepperoni, a.k.a. Talk to Me Nice, a.k.a. Young Chris Kringle, the gift that keeps on giving, you feel me, a.k.a. Young Polly Walnuts, you feel me, a.k.a. Wick Damone Jr., you feel me, Wick Ross, all that shit. What's good, Dalton? What's up, father of two?
What's up? Yeah, you know, we had a little break, and then we had the Tev episode pre-recorded.
Yeah, we did.
So,
which I dropped the ball because I posted the
little teaser, little sizzle for the steak.
I did that on TikTok for sure.
But
for sure.
Yeah. So,
I should put this.
If you are new here or didn't know, me and Tev actually both had our children over that break.
Congratulations to you both.
Mine was scheduled. I don't think his was scheduled. I think they just happened to have it the week after my son was born. So my son Ronan is here, officially born.
Hit the soundboard. We got anything on the soundboard for that?
Oh yeah, drop him a. Oh, does it not go through? There we go.
Hey,
I didn't press it hard enough. Okay. But yeah, he's here. He was smaller than my oldest son, Raiden. He was Raiden when Raiden was born, he was 8.4 pounds, 21 inches. Ronan was 7.2 pounds, 19 inches.
Is that something you feel like you're going to remember for like ever?
Yes.
That's crazy. Because if I ask my mom right now, like XYZ, I'm like, I don't know, nigga. It was at night.
Well, yeah, I definitely remember. I remember every detail of both births.
I'm curious because I'm gonna ask like 10 years. I'm gonna be like, hey, what they weigh, and how long were they when they? Yeah, I'm gonna ask. We gonna test the waters. My mom definitely she knows I was 10 pounds, but other than that, I don't know.
Damn, you were big.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, say the biggest.
But
you feel me?
But he just had his 2-week checkup today. Because when they're newborn, you go like every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But So they had his 2-week checkup today. He is now 8.6 pounds and 21 inches. Okay. So he's basically the size Raiden was when he was born.
Okay.
So he gained 2 pounds and 2 inches over the 2 weeks because that boy has been eating like a motherfucker.
That's what the world would do to you.
But it's been a wild. It's only been 2 weeks. He's 17 days old. Mm. But I feel like it's been 9 years because this 2 weeks has been so long.
It has been a long 2 weeks.
Getting acclimated to one child is like one thing. Like once you get that rhythm, you're in the rhythm. Mm. But I have a toddler and a newborn, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different game now. Man. We experienced it because at first it was like when we first came back, Raiden was staying with our aunt, right, with Tasha, because the hospital's too busy for a toddler to be in and then try to sleep and stuff. He would have been pissed, right?
He gonna have like 2 or 3 episodes of his own show running around that hospital type.
Yeah, so like his sleep schedule was like fucked up. So that first week I was like, yeah, his sleep schedule's like fucked up, you know, like he'll get back to it, go back to daycare, get back to his like routine. But he was still going to daycare, but he was like going to bed so late because I would pick him up from daycare, bring him back to the hospital, see his mom and brother, and then we go back to he would leave with Tasha, right? So
yeah.
He would go to bed at like 10 p.m. later. That's like pretty late for him.
Yeah.
And then wake up at 7, go to daycare, you know, like so. But I mean, now that we're like kind of like 2 weeks into this thing, right? So like like if one has an issue, it's fine. But when they have an issue at the same time, that's when it's like crazy. Because my wife had a C-section this time. With Raiden, it was a vaginal induced birth, normal type of birth. This one it was gonna be a C-section because my Ronan was breached, which means he's flipped the wrong way. He was not gonna exit the correct way. So to get him out safely, that's the best option. So that's what they chose. We went in on that Sunday, like at 1 a.m, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll check him." And sure enough, he was still breached. So they were like, "Okay, at 7:30, we're gonna come back, and you're gonna have a C-section."
Yeah.
So it was just a lot different experience. But what's really different is the recovery time, is what really is the biggest difference between a vaginal and C-section, honestly, because it's a major surgery, and they kept telling her that, like, they were like, you have to realize that you just had a major surgery. This wasn't just giving childbirth, like you had a childbirth plus a major surgery,
right?
And that major surgery has like a lot of recovery, so like she can't bend over and pick things up bigger than 10 pounds, which means my son Raiden cannot be picked up by his mother. Right. So that's an adjustment. She can't pick up certain things. She can't technically drive either. Like medically clear. She's not medically cleared to drive right now. It's just a lot of stuff like that. Like it's a big and it's in their no, she hasn't. Oh. She hasn't got nowhere to go. She on maternity leave.
Shit, I find something to do then.
No. So, but then where she can't pick up the stroller. She can't pick up all that stuff. So what does she do? But
oh yeah, I forgot she gotta take the baby everywhere she goes.
But yeah, and then the recovery could be up to 6 weeks long. So like, it's like a process, and it's hard. And then plus, she has to pump, like get back into all that type of groove again, and it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot.
Do y'all find like solace, whatever the word is, solace in the fact that y'all won't have to do this again though? Or that hasn't really clicked in for y'all yet? For
me, it has, because I think this reaffirmed like everything. I was like, I cannot. And she's after her pumping for a couple of days and like because like it's not just you don't just pump twice a day.
Yeah,
Like she's pumping like every 4 hours. So like
that's crazy.
It doesn't stop. Like
so Ridge and Dev, they just had their baby girl, right? I think she's a month. She's a month, right? So she's a month, solid month.
Running, yeah.
So yesterday, I think they had pulled up on me, Ridge, Dev, and the and the baby girl. I think Dev had said that either she just got her shots that day or like just got her shots. Either way,
the month is where you get your shots. Yeah.
Excuse me. They stopped at Ridge's parents' house. Mm-hmm. They pulled up on me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting to see her, but I was just asking like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like, you know, it's weird because like I wasn't expecting her to be in the car, so I wasn't prepared for that. Like, me and Ridge were doing an exchange. Like, I bought some shoes and some shit off of him, and like had the whole family in the car. And I was just like, "Well, let me just pay y'all so y'all can go." But I seen her, and she looks like Ridge, and a head full of hair. So of course I asked, "Did you have the stomach? What you call it? The indigestion and all that?" And she said she did. Heartburn. Yeah, she said she had all that and whatnot. But yeah, bro, it's great. You, Tab, and Ridge, y'all just
trifecta,
in a row, bro. Yeah, trifecta,
and
for
then
real, bro.
And then Doug is about to have his son too.
Look at that, bro.
See,
y'all give me hope. Like, I'm good. I'm not missing out on nothing for real. As much as I want a kid, I got it. Y'all all I need. Y'all all I need.
Yeah, it's I mean, but the first month is always like the most shaky,
right?
Because they're like everything is so early for them. Like they eat, poop, sleep, and then they get fussy because they don't know why what they're feeling, and then after like really the 3-month mark is like the sweet spot because usually by then they can like they can move their head around, they can roll and stuff like that. So it's a lot easier when it's like that. But when they can't do anything except like randomly they like jerk at you, it's crazy. But it is cool to see like Raiden realize he has a brother. Like that whole realization thing, like, oh, this motherfucker's still here, like that type of thing.
Yeah, like
he not just visiting, like he and this motherfucker, like that was an interesting dynamic, and that's cool to see. He's definitely concerned about him. Every time he cries, he tries to run in the room and see what's wrong. He is a little scared to touch him. I think because he's so small, like he'll touch him with one finger. He'll go like this, and then he gives him like air kisses. He'll be like, but he won't actually kiss him on his skin. He'll be like, so like
yeah. But I told you like early, like the only like instance I have of like toddler infant is when the Rugrats went to Paris. The situation with Tommy and Dill. And I was saying, like, yo, I hope because obviously you hear about it. I mean, even before you had your second child, I'm sure you've heard how, you know, your firstborn is going to kind of feel like his place is being taken.
Yeah.
I know we as adults probably don't put that on them like that, but they are going through it for real. So, like, they're accepting that to be their reality. But that feels like such a grown like decision, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
your rating's what, 2, right? 2 and some months.
Yeah, he'll be 2.5 in October.
It's like you're aware enough to know that this kid isn't leaving; he's here, and your parents are going to spend time with him, and he's going to take away your time. Like, that's crazy how intuitive these children are. Even we probably were that way. I know you were an only child, and you know my younger brother didn't come along until I was a functioning, almost functioning, kind of functioning adolescent. So I don't know if I really felt that for real, but but I do believe the way that y'all raised Raiden, though. I think, I mean, obviously he's just gonna be like the most like awesome big brother. He gonna feel that way now, obviously, which I know you're aware of, but He gonna know what time it is when it's time for him to, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
I mean, we've got him involved in everything. Like, we still get his one-on-one time with each of us. I mean, he's helped feed him. He's held him before. He goes and grabs his stuff for him. So we try to include him in much stuff as possible. Make sure he knows he's like involved. Everything else will just come with time. I mean, we just gotta. We're only 17 days into this, so he's got to get used to it. I mean, Ronan ain't going nowhere. No. So, but you know, more life, new life. Oh yeah, we did it.
It's always a blessing.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. And I mean, man, but what a break was this to go on break? Because my God,
we missed a lot. Well, speaking of more life though, did you ever buy into the a child is born, so like a life is taken type rhetoric? Did you ever subscribe to that?
Oh, like because someone was born, someone passed away.
Right.
No.
Okay. I did a little bit. Okay. I also believe the death in threes thing. I've believed that for a while. It's crazy, bro.
Like, that was more believable to me.
Yeah. But
because if the other one, the population will be even. Exactly even.
That's true. That is true.
So that's like
true. That's true. I never thought about that factor. Like the population would be even for every
That means there's like a literal cap, like 8 billion people, right? Like so,
right. It's never gonna be more than 8 billion.
Yeah. So it doesn't seem legible.
Unless like the Matrix shit is real, and there's like a
I guess we're like in the Matrix. That's the max capacity for the CPU or whatever that we're in. But if that's the case, I'll figure that out when we're unplugged. But death in threes things definitely more legible.
But if that's like more believable, I feel like those two ideals like exist on the same plane though.
No, well, see, the death in three is like it's kind of like the thing was like usually, you know, bad news like avalanches, like it does it's like a snowball. Like usually it's not just one thing that happens, like multiple things happen. So it's the same.
Luckily for the most part, I know in our absence, we lost Fatman Scoop. I don't know if we spoke about that with Ted.
No, we missed it. It was just Beat King when we did it.
So Beat King, Fatman Scoop passed, may he rest in peace. We're gonna touch on all these people. Just kind of running down the list.
Frankie Beverly,
James Earl Jones, and Rich Homie Quan, right?
Yep.
Which all these people, believe it or not, are so ingrained in the culture, even if it hadn't been for as long as, you know, obviously like James Earl Jones was, he OG for real. Frankie Beverly, OG for real. Rich Homie Quan was a little bit later, but in his Rich Homie Quan, I'll start with him. In his untimely demise, the first thought I thought about was when I first heard him, right? Heard him in Jackson, Mississippi, and some type of way was ringing off. So that's a good indicator for me. Like I said, time and time again, like Jeezy, my introduction to Jeezy, Jackson.
You want to see what the streets moving with.
And they was fucking with Rich Homie Quan, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
he called him one with that make me feel some type of way.
That song was everywhere,
bro.
And some type of way.
I really believe like he was the as much as, you know, we like to credit Travis and Thug for that melodic trap thing that became like popular over time, even the Migos, if you want to add them in there. Rich Homie Quan came with a little bit extra something to his performance delivery that kind of stuck with you every time. And we shortly thereafter got Rich Gang, which was the lifestyle era, which was huge. And then, you know,
hit the Quan,
him and Thug fall out, which was, he got a dance named after him, bro. This nigga's impactful for real. Thug and Quan fell out, and
which was very sad. Yeah.
yeah, paying attention to this YSL trials, what everybody's calling it, is crazy because the day before Rich Homie passed, he had did an interview about YSL Woody talking about shooting up his dad's barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
And Rich Homie was just like, oh, that nigga lying, bro. Like, the shop was open the same day after this shit, blah, blah, blah. But in the interview, I went to sleep that next day after seeing that on Twitter or whatever, went to sleep, woke up to the news. Like, Diamond had texted me, my coworker texted me, like, rest in peace, Rich Homie. And I was like, wait, what? Without any information, that shit sound crazy. Especially thinking, like, oh, these YSL niggas don't play. Like, I thought it was murder at first. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, like, somebody got him. I mean, ultimately, somebody did because whoever sold him the drugs or whatever. Which I'm not all the way, like, super up on his cause of death. I know his brother, I briefly read that his brother saw him in the kitchen passed out with food in his mouth and put him on the couch. And then the mother of his children saw him on the couch before taking the kids to school and threw a blanket on him. So, like, there's no telling in between the time his brother saw him and the time but but yeah, I just, that was to me, that aspect of what he just said, this about Rich Homie Quan's dad's barbershop, Rich Homie Quan responded to that. And then the next day, he's no longer with us. I just thought that was like super eerie on some superstitious type shit. But yeah, that was a sad passing. I know a lot of rhetoric started coming up on social media about all the fake love, like Rich Homie Quan was still trying to be active and artists chose sides and woo-de-woo, blase blah, which, you got it looked like it was that way, so you can't deny that. But I do hope he rests in peace. I saw his father wanted it to make his homegoing ceremony open to the public, to let the fans come and everybody who loved him come and pay their respects or whatever. So that was dope as well. And then we got what? This is crazy. We ain't ran down a list of people who passed in a while. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It was heavy. Yeah.
James Earl Jones, man. 6, 7? King of Zamunda, man. Mufasa. Darth Vader, like Dalton said.
Yeah.
Roscoe, welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins.
He was in the Sandlot.
He was in Sandlot. He was blind, right?
Yeah, he was the neighbor with the big dog.
Yeah, he had the dog. Yeah, for sure. James Earl Jones, a pillar of the community, man. I don't know what y'all want me to say. Like, the voice. I mentioned this. I mentioned this on the pod before. I was scared of God in the Bible because of James Earl Jones. He was the first audio book nigga I've heard in my life, and they got this nigga to read the Bible.
Yeah, imagine him reading Revelations. That's crazy,
bruh. I was like, I am gonna be the best kid a kid could be, nigga. This shit is scary. Yeah. His voice is just so thunderous. I can't even like. It's a very commanding voice, bro. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. James Earl Jones is a legend.
Darth Vader, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just stop there, like, he's Darth fucking Vader, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care if you like Star Wars or not. You know who the fuck that is.
That's a fact. And then the line being confused about him saying, like, Luke, I am your father. And it's like, wait, I'm your father. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I feel like Luke, I am your father, it's just that's it. Whatever, what's my man name? Who made Star Wars? I can't think of his name right now.
George Lucas.
Whatever George Lucas attended to write, they should have had, you feel me? They should have went ahead and made it what it was, because Luke, I am your father is going to go down. It already went down in history, and it will continue to do so.
Yeah, and it's like, that Mandela effect where that we just adopted that line. That
was a topic that I had for us when Dom is here, of all the Mandela effect shit that we actually...
Yeah.
But yeah, that Mandela effect of him saying, Luke, I am your father versus wait, I am your father. Like, how did that even happen?
It's just a collective. Like I think because it makes more sense. Like Luke,
yeah,
I am your father.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
because he was like, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, for sure. And even homie who played Luke, I can't think of his name right now.
Mark Hamill.
He was like, "Rest in peace, Dad," and I was like, "Oh." And then Donovan's mom sent her a text. This shit crazy, dog. You think niggas crazy because like we just crazy? It start with our parents. Her mom texts her, "Girl, Mufasa died again."
Oh nah, come on, mama. Oh,
She sent me that shit today. I didn't even have time to look at it because I was crossing the street. I didn't want to get hit by a car or respond to it. I was looking at it as I was crossing the street.
Man, he's a legend, man.
100%. Yeah, James Earl Jones, man. What a guy. But he lived a fruitful life. So
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm not necessarily sad about his passing. I think he did everything God intended him to do. I also think, and it's just me, call it what you want, Disney doing another live action Lion King was probably like, all right, bro, let me check out, bro. Because like now Scar is the true heir to the and Mufasa's adopted.
His name was like Taka, so that means he's gonna adopt the name Scar somewhere in there by his fucking injury he inevitably receives in the movie.
Yeah, these niggas.
Of course he gonna be a hater.
Yeah, nigga, you took everything from me. He Jason for real, and the Power Rangers. If you really think about it.
But remember, he's not adopted. He's just lost. You know what I'm saying?
Mufasa.
That's what Mufasa said in the movie.
Yeah, nah, nigga, you
he
adopted.
Said, I'm not. Astray. I'm just lost.
Nah, yeah, whatever, nigga. And then you come and take
that
over
movie's
the
gonna
Pride
suck.
Rock. Yeah,
that movie's gonna suck.
Yeah, I feel it. And we also Frankie, Beverly, and Maze, man. Well, it's Frankie Beverly. And Maze is the band.
Is the group, yeah.
But that's that nigga whole name.
Yeah.
Like they gonna say, turn on that Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like that's one person. You feel me? Joy and pain. You feel me? Like sunshine and the rain. Come on, nigga.
Joy.
Yeah, and
pain.
So many. I saw a tweet today, and they were like, "Bro, you come into this world knowing who Frankie Beverly and Maze.
You know who Frankie.
You just
is,
know
man.
You just know the music. I never seen the nigga. I just know his music.
You never seen him? Okay.
Not until recent, like not until he passed, and everybody just started posting on. Like,
yeah, he used to open up for Marvin Gaye all the time. So
wow,
yeah,
wow. Look who used to open up for niggas, and y'all want Lil Wayne in 2024 to perform at the Super Bowl. Y'all niggas need to get a grip, bruh.
Hey, remember 2 Chainz used to open up for Ludacris, bruh.
Hey, and look what 2 Chainz became. It took him time to get to where he was at, though.
He was Titty Boy then.
But Frankie Beverly, to me, always been Frankie Beverly.
Nah,
he might have not had the cachet, but he was a bad man.
He has iconic hits though.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, niggas probably don't know he not even a person for real. Like he's just a mythological.
It's a personality, yeah.
Yeah, like before I let you go, like the music that this man created, bro.
Yeah.
This band and this man, but him being the front man for the band is just fire. I didn't even know about the Marvin Gaye shit till you just mentioned it. And that's even, that's crazy. I just saw a video of him and Ronald Isley here recently because Ron had the all white beard going on.
Yeah.
And them just praising each other, and it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like even Fatman Scoop, to go back to him, we 2 records we can probably, you know what I'm saying? We think of Fatman Scoop, we're gonna go to Fatman Scoop, quickly clad. We gonna go to the
You Got Served.
You Got Served, and we gonna go to if you got a $20 bill with your hands up. Like we going to those 2. I played that record at work the day he passed, just to feel something for real. And I was like, God damn, bro. This nigga, another iconic voice. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not in the spotlight for real, like just doing what he do. And died doing what he loved to do. He died performing on stage. So it's like, You know what I'm saying? Shit, that's how I like to go performing. You feel me? So rest in peace to Fatman Scoop as well. Frankie Beverly again, man, just timeless, bro. That joint paints something else, man.
Yeah.
Before I Let You Go is a breakup song, but we dancing to the shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just timeless music, man. Can't be recreated nor repurposed.
Duplicated.
Nor duplicated. It is what it is. You feel me? Speaking of artists that can't be reduplicated, Kendrick Lamar, man.
That's a good segue.
That is a bad motherfucker, man. Look, we said it on the podcast time and time again. Kung Fu Kenny was alright to me, man. When I was ignorant, before I woke up. Now I'm fully realized, bruh. Kendrick Lamar might be, without a shadow of a doubt,
let's hear it.
the greatest rapper of all time.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh man.
I don't know any other rapper that can convey emotion quite like he can. And I think that's what this shit is all about. Like, if you could tap into your, like, we go to Cudi because Cudi's gonna, the older Cudi is talking to that depressed emo, not emo on suicidal tip, but if I died, like, oh well, you know, I had fun type emotion.
Because if the sky might fall.
Yeah, you know, the sky might fall, but I'm not where, you know what I'm saying? Drake was emo. Old Drake knew how to tap it directly into that relationship. The epitome of relationship. Drake could tap into that.
Yeah.
Even extended past, like, just a lover and talk about his feelings towards his parents. And hit records, though. Like, Drake was very good at that. No other artist could do that. Kendrick is tapping into an experience in Black America. For real. Like, for real. And a lot of niggas not ready to have those conversations because everything might be going good for them. So it's like, this nigga's not talking to me. And he might not be talking to you. And this is where I was naive. Though he may not be talking to you, the way that he's delivering the art at least should allow you to lend an ear. You know what I mean? And recognize what is happening. It might not apply, but you can understand that something is happening here.
A lot of people are still playing on his name. You know, like I literally saw like Mickey Fax earlier, like, you know, good rapper. Yeah, Mickey Fax is a good rapper, right? Yeah. But his career never like took off or anything,
right? I remember he had the Kia Soul commercial back in the day,
right? But I mean, when that Untitled song came out with the Black Forces cover, the random drop, he was like, man, Kendrick just is the master of like one syllable rhymes or whatever. So people were like, bro, like, what do you, like, why are you just hating on him? Like,
I don't think that was hate. I think what Mickey was saying was he not doing nothing crazy, but it feels crazy.
Yeah,
like, it feels like
I think because the way he conveys his intent is really, really prominent. Plus, what's really prominent right now is his complete, utter disdain for one man, and it's completely coming out, and it's just not stopping, and it's like, and because he's so quiet, because it's not like he's not loading up press runs for shit, right? Mm-hmm. He's just popping up.
Yeah.
He lets the music do the talking. And then out of fucking nowhere, this causes a tizzy anyway, but he comes out of nowhere, drops a fucking trailer for the Super Bowl halftime show. And of course, you know, has digs in there for Drake, like no round twos.
I want you to know that I argued with Khalil on the phone last night for a while about this.
He got to argue. He has nothing else left.
I told him, he told me, first and foremost, that Baby Keem's album is the reason they went on the world tour. for the Mr. Morale and the Big Step.
Baby Keem's album over Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baby Keem's album was more that. So it was the reason I said Khalil. I got upset with him and I told him,
No.
You finna piss me off. We pull up some facts.
Yep.
I told him it was the
Keep
number
talking.
2 grossing hip hop album or hip hop tour ever.
No, hold
that
on.
wasn't enough for him. It was Baby Keem that did it. Baby Keem wouldn't tell you that with a gun to his head. So I don't understand where Khalil got that from.
All right, hold on. All right.
Mr. Carfax.
Okay. So if that's the case, Khalil, here we go.
Yeah.
The Melodic Blue had 4 singles. Okay.
3 of them had Kendrick, right?
So Do-Rag Activity peaked at number 85 on the Hot 100.
Him and
Family
Travis
Ties.
Scott.
Family Ties is the biggest record. Peaked at number 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance, but with Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
This album sold 53,000 copies.
Not bad.
Not bad. Especially for like a debut, especially for like, something, the era we're in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now hold on.
Are we going to?
I'm going to Kendrick.
All right, Mr. Morale.
Yes.
200, 213 or some shit?
Let's just get there.
Okay.
Let me get there.
All right, my bad.
Let's do it.
Not bad.
All right.
I say 213 though.
So, and remember, this one kind of shadow dropped on us. Like it didn't have like.
Don't give no disclaimers though, because Khalil gonna use that against us.
Okay, I'm just saying because Baby Keem had a big rollout. Like it was an actual rollout.
Yeah.
And it sold 53,000 copies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where we at? Heart Part 5 peaked at number 15 on the chart.
Came in such a profound time.
Where are you at, bitch? All right, the commercial performance. All right. First week. Upon release, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers received the largest first day stream of 2022, garnering 60 million streams on the first day. The album debuted at number 1, opening with 295,000 album sales.
Oh, I was very low.
So as of November that year, it was the 13th best-selling album of the year. And then the album moved a total of 1,063,000 by the end of the year. So it went platinum by the end of the year. And Keem didn't even get to 100,000. So really?
Yeah.
That's why they went on the tour?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, Khalil. You got to do better, bro. I told him though, dog.
No.
I ain't even pull up the
And I don't know
numbers
how many
shit.
times I got to tell you this. He has a Pulitzer Prize.
That don't matter to niggas, bro. You know why? Because it's not playing at the club. Khalil ain't been to the club since fucking probably Taste was out, bruh.
Look, I'm not telling. Look, I don't want Kendrick to make club records. That's not what I'm listening to Kendrick for.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's such a point of contingency for the argument.
We have Future. We have people to do that for me.
Yeah.
I don't need Kendrick to do that.
I told Khalil, like, bro, we got all this other type of music going on right now, bro, which it all has a place. If we not like directly taking drugs or whatever the case may be, then some of these artists, we're listening to them solely because of the record, not necessarily what they're promoting. But we have an artist in Kendrick Lamar who you can clearly see cares about the art. The way we thought some other artists cared about the art, or may have started caring about the art, but then the money became more important, or whatever the case may be. Like, Kendrick is able to still get his coins and still make the music that he wants to make. Why is that not something to apply?
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, I know that narrative is beating truth today. Because of clicks, you can get paid for a tweet going viral now. So, of course, you're going to hate. I know most of these people either A, don't really feel that way, didn't listen to it. In the bottom of that tier list are people who really actually don't like Kendrick Lamar and his music for whatever reason, which they're entitled to that. But I know the two main ones that are pushing this rhetoric are people who are just doing it for the attention, doing it for the bag. If you really sit down and think about the music that we ingest day in and day out, whoever it may be, Kanye, Jay, Baby King, V's, Yachty, Drake, Mos Def, whoever, there's a certain frequency that's tapping into who you are, where you are at that certain time in life. Cool. So everybody music ain't gonna be for you every time. But to not appreciate the art, bruh, that's where the gang is fucked up. Like I told you, and you don't like this, I listened to Academics. I watched his stream for as long as I could bear it yesterday, because I knew he was gonna have something to say.
Oh, when does he not?
But I honestly really listened to it to get an idea of what the other side thinks, like the side whose integrity isn't attached to their opinion.
Okay.
I because perspective is everything to me. Like
but it's not even, it's a biased perspective.
It is.
It's not I would get if it was just an unfiltered everything, like he didn't have any loyalties or any bias anywhere. He'd just be like, nah, fuck this guy. But he doesn't even do that. He just dick rides, and anybody who's not on his dick platter, he just hates on them every time. And if it goes against his main man Drake, it's just, he has to call it ass. It could literally be Jesus Christ will make an album, and he makes a song like Drake is going to hell. He could make a song, and he'd be like, what does Jesus know? Jesus doesn't know shit. And he would say that.
It's just been this week alone has been nasty as far as the spin that's been put on everything.
Yes.
From blaming Jay-Z to Lil Wayne. Okay. Now everybody loves Lil Wayne.
Okay. Let's this is a great great segue.
Okay.
Because this is where we're going. This is where we're going to go anyway, right? This is where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Because I have been fucking baffled all week, and I've been waiting for this moment to get on this podcast, because I was gonna tweet stuff, but I was like, it's not fucking worth it. Yeah, because people are gonna reply to me and be like, "Shut up, white boy. Yeah, you wasn't there or whatever." Like I didn't fucking listen to Wayne.
Let's go. Let's do it. I'm with you. I'm shut up.
All right.
Get your shit off, white man.
Also, before, just one last thing for Khalil. Khalil, you don't have the best-selling tour of all time if you're Baby King. I'm sorry. Like, that many people don't come just for Baby King. I'm sorry.
He's Baby King.
He was a nice accessory, and that's his cousin. So he put his cousin on.
And I want to see them perform Family Ties.
Yeah,
at the Super Bowl. I want
that's one song, though. That's one song.
Yeah, no, for sure,
right?
for sure.
But I'm saying, you don't, like, this whole tour had a whole, like, theme and everything. Had nothing to do with that. So you're wrong, Khalil. And it's just okay. Take the L. Just move on. It's all right. Drake can still be your boy. I ain't mad at you. But it's over. But, okay. So if you have not been tapped into, especially on Twitter, it's been a hellscape. So once Kendrick dropped his trailer saying, like, I'm doing a Super Bowl halftime show, the first hour was like, oh shit, he's stepping on Drake's neck again. And he said, oh, notice he said no round twos, blah, blah, blah. But once people got to like hour 3, they were like, wait a minute. The Super Bowl's in New Orleans. Why is Kendrick performing in New Orleans? Did they not even want the GOAT Wayne to perform in New Orleans? Oh, what kind of fuckery is this? Oh, and here comes fucking Birdman talking shit. Here comes fucking Nicki Minaj propelling from nowhere, not defending anybody, out of nowhere, saying like this is colorism and all this shit happening, and they want to keep a black man down. And all these people, oh, you can't do a show in New Orleans without Wayne.
Yes, the fuck you can.
Hold on. Apparently they can, because this is the 10th Super Bowl in New Orleans.
10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And
9,
I'm talking
10.
about they had one during his peak, and he wasn't there. Secondly, do y'all know what Super Bowls are?
What is it, dog?
It's a sporting event, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only time someone from the city performed was the Dr. Dre show in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a specific thing prepared by the
special.
SoFi Stadium, and it was Dr. Dre and friends. You know, Eminem was there, 50 Cent was there. It was like a whole production. I mean, you have
Mary J. Blige.
and Mary J. Blige was there.
Mm-hmm. Kendrick
right?
was there. Yeah.
Kendrick popped out.
Snoop
So
Dogg,
like,
yeah.
it was a whole thing. But that was the only time it was like based on the city it was in. It's never like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had fucking
All right.
Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake.
That was what, Tampa or
Yeah, it's random. And then also, the people going to the Super Bowl are not your local people.
I told Khalil last night. I said, "You think the candy lady gonna be at the Super Bowl, nigga?
Yeah,
like, what you think happening for real?
No,
Like, what
no.
you think?
Like because like first off, the Saints ain't gonna be in the Super Bowl. That's not happening.
Right.
So it don't matter what teams are in there though, because
Yeah, no.
if it's the Chiefs, let's just say the Chiefs. This is gonna be Chiefs, but let's say the Chiefs are there, right?
In Baltimore.
So like, yeah, but that's the same conference. You can't have both.
Oh, I didn't know.
But either way, if it is Kansas City or Baltimore, those fans are who's going to be there.
Yeah,
and then
type shit.
The casual fans that are going to go are the ones rich enough to afford Super Bowl tickets. Those are expensive. All right. So the New Orleans thing is going to be like secondary to the fact that it's just a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was in Dallas, it wasn't like a Dallas Super Bowl.
Yeah, niggas
like
wasn't jigging at the
it wasn't like
bruh.
And then
On camera. You feel me?
and then where was it last year? Vegas. It wasn't like a Vegas Super Bowl. Like they weren't just fucking gambling outside. Like it was.
So to further go into the choices that has been picked since Hove and Rock Nation has taken over like the little entertainment portion of the game, right? We had Shakira and J-Lo.
Yep.
For Miami. Jenny from the block. Obviously, Jennifer Lopez is from New York.
Yeah.
Shakira from Colombia or some shit. So I can see the ties, Hispanic culture, Miami. I see why that, why they did that. We got the famous Shakira flicking her tongue meme out of that while she was looking good. You feel me?
We got Rihanna.
Rihanna was, I don't remember where that was at though. But Rihanna was in second. The Weeknd was second.
Yeah. Ooh, that was terrible though.
Hey, don't talk about Abel.
That was like a critically hated. People did not like that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. But I just don't think y'all understand Abel's creative. The nigga made the Birds, bruh. I'm not really here to debate with anybody who don't appreciate the Birds for real. She just another bird. Don't you make you fall in love with a nigga like me. And then we had, who we have after the Weeknd?
That was the Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg.
Okay. And then we had Rihanna, right?
Rihanna. Then we had Usher last year.
Usher. Yeah. Hey, Hov them didn't put on some shows, if you ask me.
Yeah, and then none of
Rihanna
them
was pregnant, right? Wasn't she pregnant when she did that? With their firstborn. She
want me
did
to
all
read
the lights too.
Look, I'm gonna read back to 2013. Okay.
All right.
So 2013, guess where that was at? New Orleans.
Oh, who was there?
Beyonce.
She got Creole roots though.
Yeah, but I'm saying though.
I understand. Yeah.
2013 Wayne.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. At that point, that's when it was solely pussy rap.
But I'm saying that's like he's not larger than life at that like that. That's
he cemented as a legend at that point.
Yeah. Okay, you got Beyonce, then Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, Coldplay, Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake redo, Maroon 5, Shakira, The Weeknd, Eminem, Rihanna, Usher, then Kendrick Lamar. So
we didn't even have that many rappers, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, no, I think he is the first like
headlining
solo rapper to headline the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, this is a win for the culture. I don't know what y'all niggas want. And furthermore,
I can tell you what they want, Chris. They just don't want him to go up there and do not like us in front of the fucking world.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I don't think he. I don't think he. Obviously, what everybody. If he goes up there and says pedophile, what are we doing? Nah, I don't think he's saying pedophile. But that marching band, when the Saints go marching in,
yeah,
that motherfucking marching.
Okay. Yeah, but
like, it's happening, bruh. It's happening.
But really, the thing that's bothering me is what you said earlier. Is like, you're like, where did all this like love come out of nowhere for Wayne? Like with this, just because it's so odd. It's just like the moment they found out it was Kendrick, they let it set in for 2 seconds.
Yeah,
and they were like,
Wayne, and we've seen Wayne's performances over the last few years. Yeah. They had to go back to 2011 to find a performance of Wayne where he actually performed well.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not a Wayne hater. There was a point in time where, again, I was tired of the pussy raps or whatever, like whatever he was doing just to skate by.
He just reached critical mass. Yeah.
He's back. He's back rapping like he's never rapped before.
Yeah.
But he has not had a moment. Now, if we go back to everybody's who you named, with the exception of probably like J-Lo and Shakira, for real. I think they did that because of the Miami thing. But that was also their first one that they did, like Rock Nation, right? Usher had a residency in Vegas, and it was going viral every other week because he was dancing on some girl or Keke Palmer or whoever is there. And it was going viral, right? Yeah. So that makes sense. Dr. Dre, I want to say it was like an anniversary for him or in some capacity, and it was in L.A. Like, you're not going to – L.A. is one of those places you're not going to – you feel me?
Like I said, that was like a special thing with the city and everything that they scheduled together.
Obviously, Dr. Dre wasn't up there rapping the whole time. You bring Snoop. You bring Eminem. M's not going to do it if I can't bring 50. This is a part of the Aftermath shady lineage. Mary J. Blige was there for one album, and they let her rock. Yeah. Why isn't 50 Cent here? Like, of course. Like, Kendrick Lamar is also a part of that Aftermath lineage. So it's like, of course, this all makes sense. Now, they want everything to be apples and oranges again because of the Drake disdain. Yeah. Kendrick just got out the beef. Then I look, I can admit as a realist, as a person who lives in today's world, seeing today's people, if Kendrick didn't have this beef with Drake, he might not have been considered for the Super Bowl. But then you got to go throughout this year and see what happened this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Whose moment was big enough for them to perform at the Super Bowl? Let's us consciously, collectively sit back. You can make a stretch, and I know you wouldn't like this, but you can stretch and say Travis. You can stretch and say Travis.
Potentially. I could see Travis doing the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, not right now. I think it's still too early. But if he was gonna do it, if he was to do a Super Bowl, his time passed. Yeah. He has to do another Astroworld-esque level album.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, if that like that era, like I could have seen him for sure doing it. He has the type of music to make that.
The stadium, and I think he would take it serious as fuck.
Yeah, he would do it like a whole thing.
If Kanye wasn't off the rails, I think his Vultures era, I think they would have gave him one.
He would have definitely cut off the mic and been like, listen.
Yeah, he would have went on his rant.
He would have ran it.
SZA, I think with her album and SOS and how big it was, I think she would have got it.
I don't know. I think I think she would be like a co-star. I don't know if she can headline it.
Okay. Yeah. And the last but not least, I'm just gonna be honest.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Now,
but you could do Taylor Swift anytime. Like that's
Taylor. Yeah, you bring out Taylor tomorrow, nigga. She is there. Like I'm with that. But there hasn't been too many moments in music that culturally pushed it stopped everything. Billboards. Yeah. People made money off of outside of the industry. People made money on that beef.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then it's a business. So you want the most vibrant thing in the room.
And if Drake turned so Maul came out, did their podcast, and said that
he's
Drake
turned
has
it down
turned
before,
down
right?
4 times, I think. Okay,
Well,
so
all right.
I'm not going back to a nigga that slapped me 4 times and told me no. You feel me? I'm not going back to a chick that was like, no, Chris, no, Chris, no, Chris, no, Chris. Maybe Chris. Nah, we not doing that.
And
I'm going to
you
the
can't-
guaranteed pussy.
And
You feel
can't-
me?
You can't be mad that Kendrick capitalizing on that when they asked him. You think he's
Now-
just gonna say no?
Niggas talking about, oh, Kendrick want to keep rapping. This Drake moment is the biggest moment he'll ever have. Okay, cool. So y'all are okay with Drake popping up on Instagram talking about ain't no we gonna win round 2. That's okay. But Kendrick responds to that on a platform bigger than Drake's Instagram, and now it's an issue. But all he doing is responding to the nigga he just walked down. Where's the problem with that? We would want to see it in any other gladiator sport. If LeBron beat Steph Curry in the finals and he said, hey, Steph, or hey, y'all know what happened last year. I'm coming to do it to y'all again. We mad at that? We want to see it, nigga.
Yeah.
We want to see it.
We want the rematch.
We want the blood, nigga.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nah. Kendrick saying ain't no round 2s. You won on the world. You lost on the world stage. Go back and rethink about what the fuck going on before you try to come fuck with me. You saw what I just did. You saw how calculated I was. Okay, Meet the Grams didn't stick. Not like us. Tomorrow. What are you going to do? Oh, the Heart Part 6. Okay. But now Not Like Us is number 1. And it's back number 1 on Apple Music as of today. So what do we... So it's not about if Drake... Look, you can feel Drake rap better than Kendrick. And I'll give you that. I'll give you that. He don't think as good as Kendrick, though. And that's why he lost. I'm sorry. Drake got too many niggas in his ear telling him
he
yay or
didn't
nay.
map it out.
I would like to think... and
He got too many yes men.
Exactly. That's the problem. I honestly would like to think every song Kendrick dropped from Euphoria to the Black Air Force One's cover, he ran by his wife and nobody else. She's like, is this too much? She probably re-critiqued him.
She gave him a thumbs up, a thumbs down.
Right.
Yeah.
Go back and do it. And he went on his way. That's how locked in I imagine this nigga to be for real. Because any type of outside influence, it could take a spec, bro. Even from a nigga telling you the record is good. How did you tell me it was good, though?
Yeah.
Like, and you that cerebral, you even breaking down how you told me it was good. I know that. Me personally. So I feel like that if I think like that nigga got to think light years ahead. So, yeah, I want to see the Super Bowl with Kendrick.
Yeah.
Any inkling of Wayne coming out has been kicked in his ass because Birdman has came out, talked shit, and so has Nicki.
Which is it's so fucking rich that Birdman's even trying to talk shit. Cause like I'm like, bro, you stole from him as a kid, bro.
That might have been the whitest shit you've ever seen.
What?
It's so rich.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's white. That's really white.
Yeah,
that's how I know
am.
you're peeved. Nah, you ain't never said that.
Because
So
like
rich.
this motherfucker used to steal from a fucking teenager, bro.
Yeah.
And then guess who paid off all of Wayne's debt? It wasn't him, motherfucker. It was Jay motherfucker Z.
The same nigga y'all oh, there's an underlying beef. I know y'all just seen them together, but nah, ain't no buts, bro.
Nah.
Everybody has spoke on Wayne's behalf, and Wayne ain't said shit. Wayne probably don't even know what the fuck going on right now.
And I saw Jay Electronica going in on Birdman too. You know, he hates that motherfucker. So
I would have went in on him too, bro. Like, you represent a place you only
and then
represent.
what the fuck is Nicki Minaj even fucking talking about right now?
She taking 50 Cent tactics, bro. She promoting her sneakers that are DTLR, which I actually think the sneakers are fire, my personal opinion. But like, she's using this moment. She even went in on Shannon Sharpe for his little mishap last night. But she added Stephen A. Smith. Like, she don't even know who she talking to.
Yeah.
She just knows something happened. Somebody corrected her, and she was like, oops. Like, bitch, what? Crazy.
Now that is funny because Imagining that Mishap was but it was Stephen A. Smith instead would be so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, bruh. I seen people talking about it yesterday, and you text me about it, and Khalil called me about it, and I was like, I don't want to see Unc outside his glory, because the first tweet that I saw was talking about how
you don't see
short it was. I know, but like they were like, it didn't last very long.
No, it's the video. The clip is only like a minute 13 seconds.
But they was trying to make it sound like Unc didn't, get all the yards or whatever. You feel me?
I mean,
he got sacked or something.
I don't know how this was possible.
Right.
They were nowhere near the phone. So like, I don't know.
So I've Instagram live before. So it is a few steps.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
To actually.
That's what I'm saying. Because they weren't in the middle of taking a break. Like they were doing stuff. Like
I heard he was growling and
he was like, that's my Michelle. Nah. But with his like accent, his like thick ass accent. And then he said I'm gonna put this dick in you. He said that. Like
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. It's I got secondhand embarrassment from it. So it was definitely rough. But like,
hey man, he was getting it. He a 50-something year old man.
Look, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He a bachelor. He can do whatever he wants.
I am glad that ESPN was like, yo, we're not gonna fire him.
Nah, he don't need to be fired over that.
Or whatever.
Because
I did see Paul Pierce was upset though. Because Paul Pierce he said the women were fully clothed. I was on my Instagram live doing my thing. Why did I get let go?
Well, he was doing it willingly.
Yeah. Like he did that shit. Record. Yeah.
He did that shit willingly.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm out here doing my thing.
I will say, it looks like Disney done eased up on the reins a little bit though. I feel like Disney would have let a nigga go quick.
Well, Shannon Sharpe is very popular. Yeah. Let's get that out the way. Like he has brought a lot of money, and then like him with Stephen A. Smith does big numbers. His nightcap show does big numbers. Club Shay Shay does big numbers. So like you don't cut off the cash cow because he technically wasn't on camera.
True.
He was heard and he was having consensual sex.
He was doing what adults do. Speaking of Club Shay Shay, I saw that he just did an interview with Marlon Wayans.
Yep.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm not a fan of Marlon Wayans' style of comedy.
Yeah.
I obviously respect what he and his brothers,
legacy.
His family, not just brothers.
Yeah.
His family was able to accomplish in this industry from nothing to something. I just don't appreciate his style of comedy. He's not funny to me. Good looking guy. I've seen some clips from the revamped Fresh Prince. He can act for sure. When it's serious, he can lock in. I don't like his comedy at all. But
yeah, it's a lot of like in your face, like haha. Yeah,
it's very he uses a lot of
However, white chicks.
White chicks is white chicks. And it was more than them. Obviously, they wrote the movie and everything.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Terry Crews, the actual white women in the movie. A lot of different factors made that movie.
That's up there though.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm never gonna discredit that. But he was supposed
to be Robin back in the day. He got hoed.
I am glad he got hoed. As an avid Batman.
That's crazy to say that. I'm
sorry.
You could have just said, "I'm glad he didn't get the part." You said, "I'm glad he got hoed."
Now I don't like Chris O'Donnell or whatever the fuck his name much better. I think as a young temperamental middle teenage 20-something-year-old guy who's portraying a angry kid whose parents just died at the circus, he did his thing. I don't want to see Marlon. I don't want to see Marlon Wayans do that. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him practicing kung fu. I don't want to see him throwing a bird-a-rangs. You feel me?
It would have been funny because you would have the Wayans show, and then you see him in Batman.
Then I click over I click over from BET or WB to TNT.
Yeah.
To see this nigga be robbing now, and I just seen him put 2 straws in his nose, acting like a walrus. I'm not with that. I don't subscribe to that. You feel me? But,
okay, what you better say about the interview, bro?
Vlad was like, Marlon had asked Vlad, like, yo, I'll do the platform. I want 40 bands, 40 smackaroos.
Sure.
Vlad was like, yo, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Vlad felt like that was a fuck you number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. The fuck you thing, we got to come back to. Because I feel like that fuck you number is real. And I don't think enough people talk about that fuck you number. That fuck you number is crazy.
It's definitely
even
real.
in my profession, I haven't hit somebody with a fuck you number before. When they're being rude or whatever. Or,
yeah, like if you want this service, you gonna pay for it.
Yeah, like this lawnmower is $30 and you feel like it should be $15, but you just chewed off my cashier because it was priced whatever. I wasn't rude. I didn't give it to them for what they wanted to. But they wanted a fuck you number because of what just transpired. Nah. It's a fuck you, but you ain't getting that number. Nigga, our miss sales go to protect the employees of Goodwill, nigga. You better check my dinner records. But, so Vlad felt that way about Marlon. Marlon was like, they went back and forth for about a week. Vlad did apologize before the Shannon shit happened. The Shannon shit happened. Of course, it was almost like at 1 million day one.
Yeah.
And
numbers.
Marlon was like, hey, was the juice worth the squeeze? Because that's what Ari Spears had asked Vlad that went viral. Like, if you would have did it with Marlon, would the juice been worth the squeeze? I was like, damn, would it be? And I feel like in this day of age of reintroducing yourself, who you are, your lineage, you know what I'm saying? That's important. And Marlon did deserve that opportunity. So I'm glad, especially with him being kind of like the poppin' Wayans. He's still out and about for real.
Yeah.
Sean doing Sean shit. Keenan doing Keenan. Damon doing Damon. You know, because that was the main foe. That was the big foe right there. So Sean still being young, vibrant, out there, still being active. He deserved to tell his family story, their lineage and everything. I'm glad it wasn't on Vlad. I'm glad it was with Shannon.
Yeah,
I'm glad
absolutely.
he got the notoriety he actually deserved. You feel me? I haven't watched it though, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't really care. But and I was there for real. The Wayans, to me, even though they were popping in the 80s, I feel like their popularity came in the 90s and on forward.
Yeah, Living Color and yeah.
Yeah, and Low Down Dirty Shame and the joint when Damon was working as a male dude for the company and he was like stealing checks. Can't really remember what that movie, but Stacey Dash was in it. But anyways,
I mean Blank Man.
Blank Man, yeah, come on. My Wife and Kids, again, the Wayans Show, White Chicks, Scary Movie 1
and 2.
2 is,
but no, 1 and 2 is them.
Those are them for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm glad he got to tell his story. I don't think Vlad's platform is made for that.
No.
For real. Yeah, the Keefy D shit happened over there and yeah, you know, whatever. But
we don't talk to the ops, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if it, you know, Shannon, his positioning, the Cat Williams alley-oop was more, it was the gift that kept on giving. Shit, like every interview Shannon has done since Cat has just been notable.
Numbers.
So
I still think about quotes from that fucking interview because Cat was just on like 11.
Damn, bro. And Cat has always been.
You have an uncanny ability to align yourself with losers. It's unlike you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, everything he said, bro. Cat the man.
You know he's performing at Windstar.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I saw that on the billboard. For sure.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That shit crazy.
That. Yeah. Damn. I don't know if there's anything else left on my thing. I think I feel like we hit everything.
We hit Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
sex video.
Shannon, which was yesterday.
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
Motherfucking
All the RIPs again.
Yep.
Baby Ronin.
Yep.
Only thing left is like my shenanigans, and I'm still kind of in the thick of it right now. So let me come back to y'all next week.
I feel like we're missing one thing. I'm really feel like we're like there was something else that happened.
Kendrick was like 2 pivotal things which we touched on.
Yep.
The VMAs was last night.
They were? I didn't even remember.
Yeah, the VMAs were last night. Meg Thee Stallion hosted. I heard she did good.
Oh, I know what it is, Chris. It's the fucking debate. That's what it was. That's what happened. If you want to call it a debate.
So I saw tweets about it when I got off of work.
Yeah.
Went straight to HBO Max because they were streaming it there.
Yeah, she was watching it.
I text you because the funniest shit. I know a lot of people are running with this. They're eating the animals thing.
Yeah.
But the funniest shit, because I'm like, yo, I would say this shit, is when the nigga said, I have concepts
of a plan.
I was like, nigga, that's like the missing link to the book of game.
Yeah. that you wish you had that in your repertoire.
If I had that 10 years ago, I'd be married with kids.
Yeah.
You feel me? A concept of a plan is hard.
I got a concept of a date.
Yeah, like I got a concept of this shit. I mean, you feel me? He was like, I'm not president yet. But the concept of a plan was gold. I will say this. I watched a few debates. I watched Joe and Trump the first time. I watched Obama versus McCain. And then I watched this.
That was like an actual real debate.
Yeah. I watched this one. And this one, it was, I think Kamala's well-spoken, obviously. Trump is just going to get up there and rant.
He was just saying random shit.
Yeah. I still feel like it shouldn't be so easy to just give Kamala my vote. Like, here you go. It's free.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm not going to vote for her.
No, I got you.
I'm just saying she hasn't said or done anything to solidify the vote.
She hasn't sparked the fire in you?
Yeah, but
okay.
If I'm leaning on the rhetoric of anybody but Trump, then obviously she's going to get the vote. And I think that Kamala has shown something that is important that I don't see enough people giving her credit for, is keeping a cool head, like being temperamented throughout stressful situations.
Because they kept cutting her off, but not him. And
that was cutting Trump off, but he just kept going. They weren't as firm. He didn't respect the cutoff the way she did.
Yeah, of course.
I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say that.
But I mean, she might have sparked done with you. But the one thing, I mean, just if you just listen to 5 minutes of it, you can tell some were prepared for class and someone didn't.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's very apparent. Because even against Joe Biden, I would say he sounded more ready to debate than in this one. Because the whole thing is he never wanted to debate her in the first place. Right. Because him and his team knew this was going to happen.
Slick
like
talking.
I said, they already know that they're not going to, for any game they need to run, it's not going to be being straight up politician with her, because they're not going to beat her in that game. It's not going to happen. So they have to say stupid shit like, they're coming after your pets.
Yeah.
They're going to eat your pets. The Venezuelans are here. Like the
Haitians.
But the Haitians are at your door. Like they're coming for your guns. Like they have to rile those
Kamala
people
said,
up.
Motherfucker, I got guns.
Yes.
She was like, I feel her though. I feel her. I would like for this shit to be taken as seriously as we take living day to day. And I just haven't seen that from either party.
You don't think she's taking it seriously?
I think she is, but I also think it's her job to do so.
But
she don't care.
I feel like she hit the ground running. To be honest with you,
I don't know if she just. I personally just don't like, bro. I like our day-to-day life, right? What you do at work and what I do at work. You can see a motherfucker who's there to collect a check. You can see a motherfucker who's there because they got to be there, and you can see a person that care about what they're doing. They care about getting those orders out. They care about the quality.
Yeah, but here's the difference.
Okay.
In my stuff, anything that we do,
yeah,
it's not going to affect this country. Whatever they do, it's gonna affect more than just the people in the office.
Your job could affect the country.
No, it can't. We don't.
Let
have that big of a reach.
Let me tell you why.
Why?
Let me tell you why. I was getting an order ready when I was working for HRS. I grabbed the wrong screw, and we packed it up and shipped it. So I think Paul or somebody, and this might be incrimination, somebody was like, "Hey, Chris, did you grab lug nut 245?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You're supposed to grab lug nut 542." I was like, "Shit." He was like, "Yeah, these nuts are putting the wheels on a fucking locomotive that is shipping shit, right?" Mm-hmm. So I'm like, this shit for the crap, Doc. No. People go, you know what I'm saying? But as you're saying no, and I agree because I didn't know there was no blowback. But
I'm there saying, every day. I'm telling you.
I know it's no, but I'm saying the level of carelessness that I had sent the wrong lug nut out could have happened.
It could. It would have caused an inconvenience. It would not have ruined anything.
Man, millions upon millions.
No, that was not a million deal. But I would say they have like. But I'm just saying like I could tell when someone is actually trying shit to not.
I'm not saying Trump is a viable option at all.
No,
let me make that clear.
I know that's not what you're saying. I'm just saying like.
It's kind of, I don't know how to Batman.
Oh my God. What the fuck are these metaphors right now?
Robert Pattinson's Batman didn't really become Batman until he got in the water with those people and helped them up out the ditch.
Yeah, he was just vengeance. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You're there because you gotta do it. Like it's you wore the mantle for real. But it's not until I see you actually I ain't got to see you pass out toilet paper.
The problem is
hurricane victims
to see that is she gonna kind of have to be president, Chris? I mean, I don't know.
That's true. Because I'll tell you another thing.
Because we can talk about all this shit all day until we get in that motherfucker.
The first term that Obama had, we weren't old enough to vote. Well, I don't think I was.
I was old enough to vote.
His first term, I wasn't old enough. I just knew that what he was saying, how he was saying it, it was obviously, it was obviously an additive that like Hove and Jeezy and all these niggas rallied behind him. But like his poise made me feel okay. It might have been another additive thing. It was like, oh, he black. He not going to want to see no other black people suffer for real. Maybe you blah, blah, blah. Obviously, as you get older, you find out he's a war criminal.
He's a war criminal.
Every other president before him or whatever. But in that moment, I'm talking about year one election, his term, first term, debating and shit. He gave, his slogan was hope.
Yeah,
I got a beanie over there right now. I didn't took from the job because it's original OBZ merch. Yeah. It ain't that remix shit. It's the original OBZ. And I was like, damn. I hadn't, not saying everything around this person made him seem so larger than life, but I actually was listening to what he was saying and what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
how he wanted to get it done, coming from uncles and aunts and family members all across the board who's also black.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. And I'm not taking nothing away from Kamala. Again, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for her to show me, you got my vote.
You
had my attention. But now you got my...
I understand.
You feel me?
I think a lot of the biggest problem, though, is like for these past few years, this shit has become so watered down, and we're so tired of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Where, because I think about what you just said a minute ago. Just think about the days when Obama debated fucking John McCain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a normal debate. Like they walked in, shook each other's hand, and they were
Sarah
like,
Palin became like, she became a household name off those debates type shit. Like,
yeah. So like, just saying like, so why do you think this policy is better? Oh, because this and this. Well, I don't agree, sir. Like, it was that kind of debate. Like, it was just like, and then they went on about their day. They weren't like on news show and like saying, this motherfucker's a bitch. Fuck him. Like that's what Donald Trump does, right? So like, he's like completely going past like all this. Because I remember the lady that was talking shit at a McCain rally, and he was like, hey. He was like, I'm not here to discredit him as a man. Like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm his opponent because of policy, not because not anything personal. Like, that's it. He's like, we're not going to talk shit about him as a person. Yeah. And so, and then they started booing, and he was like, that's not what we're doing here. Like, so like, but then you turn around now and like, you could be like, like his wife is fat, fuck him. And they're like, yeah, fuck his wife. Like,
yeah, this is WWE type.
Yeah. Shit. So like, we're so accustomed to this bullshit now. So like, and I don't know how, like, all I know is right now, I'll just say this. I don't think he's going to win now. No, I don't think so either. But you know what really killed him this time though? Is JD Vance has killed like a lot of his shit. Cause like he is the lowest vice president rating, like approval rating of all time. Like it's like real low. Cause he's like real dumb. Like I thought Donald Trump was dumb. This motherfucker is dumb as shit.
There's always a bottom of
and he does not shut up. Like he'll just like double down like on. So,
even Trump disagreed with some shit he said.
Exactly. You know how hard it is for him to probably say I disagree. Like
he's like, well, I actually didn't speak with JD about that, and like he said that during the debate, I believe.
So I do know this. When this election does happen, it's coming up. We're almost there. When this does happen, I think January 6th last time is going to look like a walk in the park.
Oh, yeah.
If they thought they stole the election last time, oh, boy, a black female beating him? Oh, boy.
Hey, shout out to Taylor Swift, though, for endorsing Kamala.
Okay.
The first artist I've seen of some real notoriety to come out and be like.
And I have been on this platform many times. And the one thing I did say, I was like, this is all of I wanted her to do was this. Instead of being a victim and not saying anything and only coming up when something happens to you, like you can literally make an impact. And guess what she did? She said, I endorse Kamala Harris.
She got 1 million upvotes. And
then she had like, I think 400,000 people registered to vote from her link. Like from her 400,000 people. Like that's not a small amount. And like, and that's people that were probably not going to vote. Like, so now they're going to vote.
Or last minute vote.
So, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Now I know nothing is guaranteed. I just feel like my gut right now just doesn't seem like he can turn it around unless he gets like the rah shit going real crazy. But like
the only rah shit he gonna have is if I'm feeling that same way too. Like
I just don't see it.
I feel like
now.
There's no need to worry.
Now, if it was Joe Biden, like when Joe Biden was still running, we were like, nah, he cooked. He cooked. It's a wrap.
He pulled it out somehow.
Because we saw the bullet, when he got quote unquote shot, we were like, oh, it's a wrap now. This motherfucker gonna win. Now we're not even talking about this shit no more. Like,
now they are, but they're like there's no.
Yeah, but Kamala, no, I'm saying Kamala, all the air is gone from that conversation though. Like. Yeah. And I was like, wow, like we really thought that shit was a wrap.
Now I can admit it was probably staged now.
Bro, he don't have a fucking bullet wound anywhere. Like, oh my God.
I still hate that guy lost his life behind a staged attempt, though.
Bro,
I know.
These people play a dirty game.
But, yeah. Well, while we're talking about that, though, I do want to end on, prayers and condolences to those victims at I can't talk, Apache High.
Yeah.
Apache High in
Another
Georgia.
school shooting.
We had another school shooting, top of the year, as usual. They caught the lone gunman alive. I actually heard that his father is getting some type of, I don't know. He's probably gonna get some time because he gave his son the gun.
Yeah, he bought him the gun.
Yeah. So I heard he got arrested, and apparently this kid was getting made fun of for being gay, but he saw transgender people getting more respect than him, and whatever the fuck. But the guy, let me not just say the guy. What's this nigga name? Colt Gray and Colin Gray. That's son and father. They Borough County's Sheriff's Office. Yeah. So, yeah, that shit. Now, I ain't gonna say it happens around election year or anything, but I definitely do feel like politics and the conversations that happen around sexual orientation, and if I remember at one point in time it was about the living gap, the living wage, like the rich eat the poor. Now that the gap has seemed to close up just a smidget, where that's not a real point to stand on, I feel like people's orientations have now come into play about fairness and right and wrong, and taking justice or vigilantism into their own hands, which is not conducive to a happy society, clearly. I don't know what it's going to take for real for shit to feel safe for these kids. I don't even know how these kids deal with it. I know me, another school shooting happens, I'm just like, none of my family was affected. I'm good. It's just not the right, you feel me? Mentality to have. These are innocent lives lost due to when you boil it all down to like misunderstanding and hurt feelings. Bro, if any of these kids that shoot up these schools or shoot someone on campus really had someone that they felt like cared and gave them some like sound advice for real, who knows? These things could be prevented, but that's not the world that we live in.
Yeah.
We're living in a world where a gun's easier to get than a fucking driver's license or a fucking food permit or a TABC license.
I don't know if it's that easy.
To become a substitute teacher.
Yeah.
It's easy. You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I knew guns was whack when I was a kid. When I was a kid in the 90s. Knew that was something I never want to partake in. Because the power of a gun is forever, nigga.
Yep.
It's forever. Like, you pull that trigger, you kill somebody, hurt somebody, that's forever, bro. And and I just don't know if consequences mean the same thing to this generation as it did to us. Maybe they need, God rest his soul, James Earl Jones should have remixed the Bible and dropped it again on Audible. To scare these kids the same way I was scared.
I mean, it's I don't know. There's no one size fits all to fix that.
No, for sure. You know what I'm learning too, though, Dalton, when you just saying that? There's no one size fits all to fix anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Nothing. I think the sooner we realize that, the better off we'll be, and actually take the time to assess the damages and then try to fix it. But just applying this thing to all other things, that's just not, it's not conducive. It's not. It's not. I'm learning that working at Goodwill.
Yep.
One size does not fit all, bro.
Yep. You have to just do what you can, right?
Yeah. In the meantime.
But I feel like that's the problem. I feel like we're not doing what we can to try to minimize it because there's too many hands in the pot that are just like, no, we can't. You can't take away our guns, and it's just like we don't need gun control. We don't need to regulate the police, so.
That's the fuck we do. That's what's homie name that plays for
Tyreek
Miami?
Hill. Yeah.
That's Tyreek if we need to. Plays in that city, lives in that city, drive those same streets every day.
He was right by the stadium.
Going to the game.
Yeah.
You got some hotshot cop that I feel like exerting my power today. It's just.
My camera's going to die in a minute.
No, I'm good. I ain't got nothing to say. I've been on this jack, brother. But This is the episode. We back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we back to regular scheduled programming, but we'll be back soon.
We'll try to be as much as possible. You know, I got a kid now, a newborn. So.
I got so much shenanigans to catch y'all up on. I ain't have enough time this episode.
I need to hear that. But you saved it for Diamond, really. But
well, no, I guess I was saving it for her, but I was also saving it because that's too much for episode 1 back.
Okay,
we might
gotta give him a break.
Explode, yeah. Because I did some devious shit. I done some shit that you might look at me wrong for, Dalton.
All right,
and I done a lot that you haven't. So just imagine.
I'm looking forward to it then next week.
Shout out to Brandon. He just hit me up. We're going to get some work in soon. Shout out to Super Miles. Shout out to Joseph. He just dropped his track with Dave East.
Yeah.
Y'all
he also dropped a new video with his wife.
He did. Y'all go check that out. Tev is gearing up for his anniversary of his album. Got a show coming up. We coming back. We live, full force, live and direct. Me and Dalton gonna bring back Kid and Play era.
House party.
Yeah, we gonna do it. We here. We having a pajama jam for my birthday at Dalton's house. Just announced. Drop a bomb, Dalton.
Where you at?
We having a pajama jam at Dalton's crib for my birthday, my 33rd. We already there. Nope, it's happening. We here. Okay. All right, y'all. We can't lie because it's recorded. All right. We out. Piece of chicken grease.